Now friends, after recording adjusted capital, then we have this 25,000 balance. We know about the order. First, from this order, first we have to keep aside 10,000 as a provision for realization. That amount deducted from the cash available, we deducted rest of the balance 15,000. Then if you see the second order, paid to paid loan from Bank of India 45,000. So this 45,000 we paid, but we have a available balance 15,000. So we paid 15,000 whatever available is there. So deducted from the 45,000, rest of the value 30,000 still loan due is there, but we don't have the balance. We don't have the money. So partnership firm don't have any kind of money. Then what happened? They decided to realize the assets. On 15th April, assets were realized and they received 50,000 rupees. After receiving the 50,000 rupees, the whatever amount received that pay first to the bank as a loan. The rest of the loan was 30,000. They paid loan from this 50,000. The rest of the balance is 20,000. Now there is no loan. There is no loan value. Now, if you see the order of payment, next order was bills payable and creditors. Bills payable value was 25,000 and creditors 12,500. Now we decided to pay them. Now how we will pay them? So, see the how we will pay. So we consider about the ratio. We consider about the ratio. Now we have to pay 25,000 bills payable and creditors 12,500, and we calculate the ratio, that is 2 is to 1. It 2 is to 1 basis we will pay. Now we have a available balance only 20,000. Now this 20,000 we will pay 2 is to 1 basis. So bills payable received 13,333 and creditors are received 6,667. The rest of the balance available nil, and rest of the due for bills payable 11,667 and creditors 5,833. Now there is no cash available. Again we will move further realization. We depend on the realization value. On 30th April, second realization and partnership firm received 10,000. Now, this 10,000 we will pay to the bills payable and creditors. We already paid 13,333 and creditors 667, because we want to pay total amount 25,000 and 12,500. This full amount we have to pay. Means how much amount we want to pay to the bills payable and creditors? So 25,000 plus 12,500. It means we have to pay 37,500. And this 37,500 we can't pay in one shot. So we paid first 13,333 and 6,666. The rest of the balance, rest of the value, that is 667 and 333 we paid after receiving 10,000. So we write here paid to bills payable and creditors 10,000, and we divided this particular value 667 and 333. The rest of the balance nil, and bills payable still pending to 5,000 and 2,500. We paid as per the ratio 2 is to 1. Still we have to pay to the bills payable 5,000 balance and creditors 2,500. Then again we will depend on the third realization. Now in our problem on 10th May 2020, partnership firm sold assets and received 67,500. Now friends, if you see that we want to pay rest of the value, that is 5,000 and 2,500, it means we have to pay only 7,500 and we have a balance 67,500. So we can easily pay bills payable and creditors So we paid these values because we have a sufficient balance of cash. So we paid and our liability is nil. So there were no liability for bills payable and creditors. Now we have a still cash available and cash balance is 60,000. Now this particular 60,000 we will use for partners capital, for payment of the partners capital, but still we will depend on the order of payment. After paying liabilities of the bills payable and creditors, next things we have to consider pay to Rajaram 56,250. Now friends, we have a balance 60,000. From this we paid to Rajaram 56,250. So this column we deducted 60,000 minus 56,250 and we deducted from 56,250 from Rajaram's adjusted capital. We deducted from Rajaram's adjusted capital. After deducting this 56,250 balance amount in our cash column 3750 and Rajaram's column balance available still remain, that is 56,250. Now we will move further the order of payment. Next order, that is paid to Rajaram rupees 3750 and Tukaram 2,500. Now total amount we have to pay Rajaram and Tukaram rupees 6250. Now friends, we have a only balance available 3750 and how much amount we want to pay, total 6250. It is not possible to pay 6250 to Rajaram and Tukaram, and therefore we decided to pay them whatever balance cash available on their profit sharing ratio, on their profit sharing ratio. So what we decided, we have a balance of the cash 3750 into 3. 3 is the ratio of Rajaram and divide by 5. And then after that, Tukaram's also we have to do same things. 3750 into 2 divided by 5. And we have paid to Rajaram 2250 and Tukaram 1500. We deducted from these balances, capital balances, and rest of the value remain unpaid. That is Rajaram 54,000 and Tukaram rupees 36,000. Now, after that, there is no cash available. There is no cash available. Now, what we have to do? We have to move further. We have to move further. Further cash available. Further realization. Further realization that we have to decide. Now, if you see that in our problem, again 19th May 2020, net realization received 65,000 is there. So this 65,000 value we will use for payment of capital. So we will write here we will write here 19th May 2020. It's a final realization and this particular final realization, how much value we received, how much amount we received. Yes, any idea? Is it's a 65,000 in our question is there final realization 65,000. After getting 65,000, now friends see that now we have to pay Rajaram and Tukaram total amount, that is rupees 6250. That means Rajaram's we have to pay 3750 and Tukaram rupees 2500. It means we have to pay 6250. But before that it was not possible to pay this amount, and we paid only 2250 and 1500 to Rajaram and Tukaram. Now what we have to do now, we want to pay 3750 as per the order. As per the order we have to pay 3750, but it was not possible, so we already paid 3750. From this we paid 2250, and Tukaram's how much we want to pay as per the order, that is 2500, but we paid only 1500. 2500 minus 1500, it means how much amount still not paid, how much amount still not paid, that is 1500 Rajaram and 4750 to Tukaram, because we want to pay total amount 6250 as per the order of the payment. I hope you understood. Rajaram's value we have to pay 3750 and Tukaram's value 2500. But it's not possible because cash available was less than the water amount to pay. So we paid as per the ratio basis 2250 to Rajaram and Tukaram to 1500, because we have a cash available only 3750. We paid these amounts, and from we actual amount paid was 3750 for Rajaram and Tukaram 2500, and we paid only 2250 to Rajaram and 1500 to Tukaram. Now rest of the value which is not paid 1500 and 4750, that we have to pay right now. So we will consider less paid to Raja Ram and Tuka Ram. How much amount? So 1500 plus 4750. Yes. What is going on? Somebody is talking, somebody is murmuring. Hmm? Here, total cash we want to pay 3750 and we paid only 2250. And Tukaram's how much cash? 2500 and we paid only 1500. The rest of the value, it is only 1000. Yes. we have to pay only 1000. The total value we want to pay right now 1500 and 1000. To Rajaram 1500 and Tukaram 1000. The total we have to pay 2500. So we will write here 1500 and 1000. The balance. Now what will be the balance available? 65,000 minus 2,500. The rest of the balance 62,500. What about the Rajaram's balance? 54,000 minus 1,500. It means 52,500. And what about the Tukaram's balance? 36,000 minus 1,000. It means 35,000 balance available. Okay. Now, still this amount unpaid. Still these amounts are unpaid. These things you have to keep in mind. I hope you understood this, what is going on. You don't have any problem. Now, friends, again we have to move to our problem. Now our problem, what they say, one sentence they are provided that we are going to discuss. Third point, actual realization expenses were rupees 12,500. Actual realization expenses were rupees 12,500. Now friends, if you see that we decided realization expenses 10,000. We decided realization expenses 10,000, and this realization expenses we already deducted at the time of we started our piecemeal distribution cash statement. We already deducted, but it is not a actual value, it is a estimated value. Actual expenses were 12,500. Actual expenses were 12,500. These things you have to keep in mind. Now we deducted only 10,000. If you see that in the beginning of our problem, we deducted how much amount? 10,000. But actually, how much amount we want to deduct? We want to deduct 12,500. It means 2,500 we are still due. We are still due. So we will deduct this value. The less additional expenses, and additional expenses amount 2,500. Additional expenses amount 2,500. How it will come this amount? Because in our problem, first point was provision for realizing expenses were rupees 12,500, and third point they are provided actual realizing expenses rupees 12,500. It means whatever we decided, but what it was not happened, and actual expenses incurred, it is 10 12,500. It means it is 2,500 amount is a extra amount we have to pay. This extra amount, it is considered as a additional expenses, additional realization expenses that we have to pay in the final realization. So we deducted this particular value. Now we have a balance. We have a balance available, that is rupees 60,000. Now this particular balance available, we have to consider our order of payment. If you see the last sentence, what they are providing, what we already studied, balance paid to all as per their profit sharing ratio. The balance amount we have to pay to the all partners as per their profit sharing ratio. So we have a 60,000 balance. 60,000 balance is there that we have to pay them. We have to pay them to the Rajaram, Tukaram, and Sakaram. So 60,000 into the profit sharing ratio 3 is to 2 is to 1. Profit sharing ratio is 3 is to 2 is to 1. You know that this is a profit sharing ratio is 3 is to 2 is to 1. So 60,000 into how much? 3 divided by 6. Then 60, then the Tukaram's value we have to consider 60,000 into 2 divided by 6, and Sakaram's 60,000 into 1 divided by 6. This particular values we will consider. We will consider. Now find out the values. What about the Rajaram's 60,000 into 3 divided by 6? It means 30,000. Use your calculator and find out the values. 60,000 into 2 divided by 6. That is 20,000. And 60,000 into 1 divided by 6. It means 10,000. So see that whatever balance cash available, this cash we paid to all partners as per their profit sharing ratio. So we will write here less paid to all as per their profit sharing ratio. So 60,000 amount we paid to all partners. Now there is no balance nil. Now find out the value which is unpaid to the partners. 52,500 minus 30,000. It means unpaid balance 22,500. Then 35,000. Now friends, this balance is called as the unpaid balance. This balance is called as the unpaid balance, and it is also known as a loss on realization. It is also known as a loss on realization. Still, the three partners not received their balances, and it is a loss on realization. It is a loss on dissolution. I hope you understood these things. I hope you understood.